so we now welcome on Grayson Rodriguez. He was the 11th overall selection in the 2018 MLB Draft, kind enough to join us on this second edition of Shorebirds Sit Down. Grayson, I want to start by congratulating you on making the South Atlantic League All-Star team.
Thank you.
It's a big honor. You're one of 8 Shorebirds to receive that honor. How does it feel knowing that you'll be surrounded by so many of your Shorebirds teammates at this, your first of many All-Star appearances?
It's a great feeling. We've had a good season so far. Everybody's been playing really well. All the guys deserve it. In my opinion, there should be more than 8. Everybody on this team can make it. But yeah, it's a really nice feeling.
So the MLB Draft was, of course, this week, and I'm sure that must have brought back some memories of the 2018 Draft, which you were picked in the first round. Take me through your draft day experience. What was that day like for you?
It was real nerve-wracking. We ended up watching the draft on my back patio. Had some family, some friends and family, some of my close friends. But yeah, we never got a call. We saw it on TV first.
Now, after getting drafted, of course, comes the media tour, talking and giving a bunch of interviews. You did something really cool. You were announced at Camden Yards before one of the games last June. So how weird of a feeling must that have been for you? That time you're probably a month out of high school, and then there you are a month later getting introduced in front of thousands of fans just cheering you on. Was that weird for you?
Yeah, it's different. I'd never done anything like that before. It was a different experience, but it was a good one. I'm glad I was able to do that, and it was pretty special.
Do you think what was your conversation with Buck Showalter like?
I just shook his hand, introduced himself. Yeah, it was real brief. He was getting ready for the game.
You didn't get a chance to talk about your mutual love of socks with stirrups?
No.
That's a great look, by the way. I want to talk about that for a second. That's kind of an old school. That's what they used to wear in like the 70s and 80s. What made you choose to wear that?
That era of baseball is probably one of the best. I like going back and watching any kind of games or anything that I can. All the guys are in stirrups, and I like that. I like the old classic look.
Any truth to the rumor it makes you pitch better?
Oh yeah, makes you throw harder.
Do you remember the first time when somebody asked for your autograph?
Might have been high school.
You're giving autographs in high school.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite part about being here on Delmarva? So it's obviously not Texas, but what do you like about being here?
No, it's definitely not Texas, but it looks the same. Lots of pine trees, lots of farmland. I like being out in the middle of nowhere. Salisbury's not a very big town, and neither is my hometown. So, they're about the same. I live outside the city limits, so I live in the country, but yeah, I enjoy it. It's pretty nice.
I want to touch on your high school career briefly. I saw a clip of your hitting, and first of all, you have some serious left-handed pop, by the way. I heard that you were a great two-way player coming out of high school. Do you miss hitting at all?
Sometimes I do, but pitching's my focus now.
Yeah.
If I went to A&M, I would have done both. I'd have had the ability to hit and pitch. But professional baseball, really that doesn't happen all that much.
Have you floated the idea to your manager, if needed, to be called upon, you could step in there and take some hacks?
Oh yeah, I bring it up to him all the time. And
it's not working?
Yeah, they say not while Kamo's managing.
Here's a question: how would Grayson Rodriguez, the pitcher, get Grayson Rodriguez, the hitter, out?
Change-ups. Change-ups were always really hard to hit for me.
Gotcha. So from everything I've seen and read and just talking to you today, you might be one of the most mature 19-year-olds I've ever seen. I'm sure you get that a lot. You're very poised. Did any kind of training take place for that, or how did you get yourself to the point where you are now, where you're just very mature and have everything kind of figured out?
Maturity was always a big thing in my house. My parents taught it, so I'm thankful for them being able to teach me that, and I credit it to them.
Outside of baseball, what do you like to do? Do you have any hobbies?
I like to hunt and fish. You always catch me in the woods, outdoors. I hate being inside during the off season. I like it when it gets cold, so yeah, sitting up in a tree waiting for a deer to come, that's something I like to do.
Now, I read that when you were growing up in Texas, you used to make really long road trips to go do pitching camps and pitching instruction. So all that time in the car, what's your go-to road trip playlist? Like, what's in there?
I don't know, probably country. A lot of George Strait. Yeah, he's a great country singer, and no matter what mood I'm in, I always like listening to him.
Gotcha. All right, we're gonna do some rapid fire, then I'll let you get out of here. All right, so who are your favorite sports teams?
It's the Houston Texans and the Houston Rockets.
Do you have any superstitions?
Yeah, step in the same spot on the dirt right before I cross the line.
If you could have the career of any pitcher in Major League Baseball, who would it be?
Nolan Ryan.
What's your favorite dugout snack?
Probably sunflower seeds.
All right, so here's a quick hypothetical. Would you become a foot shorter if it meant you could throw 100 miles an hour whenever you wanted?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you do that? What shows are you currently binging?
Probably bone collector. I like to watch a lot of deer hunting shows.
Growing up, how long did it take you to learn how to pronounce the town in Texas that you're from?
Nacogdoches, Texas. It probably took me until I was maybe the 2nd or 3rd grade. Being there, it's a lot easier.
All right, man. Well, that is actually all I had for you. It's been a pleasure talking with you, and I just really appreciate your time. All right, so Grayson Rodriguez, Shorebirds Sit Down.